Hello, it's sunny, so Movement Not Miracles outside today. It's Bank Holiday Monday, the sun is out, so I make no excuses for the fact that I'm outside. Hopefully you can hear me. We've got lambs and sheep barring and somebody mowing their lawn over the back, and if anybody walks past then the dogs will bark. I'm just warning you now. But hopefully we can cope with that. So what I thought I'd do this afternoon, lunchtime, goodness, lunchtime already, is we'll go through some shoulder and upper back movements, not least of which because some of the moves that I can show you, my shoulder blades moving because of my t-shirt, so I thought we'd sort of take advantage of the whole sunshine thing. So to start off with, we're just going to start rolling our shoulders around and back, and really think about exaggerating that movement with your shoulders up towards your ears, and then really think about squeezing your shoulder blades together on the back of your chest. So you want to get as much movement out of those shoulder blades as you can, and then if you use a belt or a broom handle is always good. Dressing gown belt will work. Something that has got some resistance to it. You can use that to help you get that movement through your shoulder blades. So my shoulder flexibility is not brilliant. Those of you that are not new to Movement Not Miracles will know that not much of me is that flexible, to be honest, but my shoulders in particular are quite stiff. So this is a really good one for me. It's good to get some movement in your shoulders, but it's also good for your upper back. So I need my hands quite wide. You're aiming for your arms staying straight and then all the way over the top. Don't force the move, nice and controlled. And then bring your arms all the way back round. So if I show you that, if I turn around, you'll see my shoulder blades moving. And as you do that move, you're really aiming to squeeze your shoulder blades together at around about that point there, so that their movement helps get the full range of movement through your shoulder joint. And when you've done a few, you can shorten the grip on the belt and make it a little bit harder. That's probably at my limit, because you want to try and keep your elbows straight. You get a nice stretch across your chest there as well. And again, as ever, you can do these seated or standing. If you're seated or sitting down, make sure you are sitting. Oh, did anybody see that right elbow bent then? Because I'm right on the limit of this. So if you're seated, make sure you're sitting up tall, because it's really hard to do this move well if you're all scrunched up. Okay, so you get the idea. Right, so a bit of a stretch, and you're aiming for movement through your shoulders still, but rather than regular movement, we're going to try and go to the range of our movement now. So seating or standing with your weight evenly distributed, clasp your hands in front of you. Now what I want you to aim for is, we did a stretch last week where you really reach forward with your arms, which is fine, but what I want you to think of now is keeping your shoulders connected, your arms connected into your shoulder joint. So we're not reaching forward, you've got some connection here, so that your shoulder blades should be flat on your back. So they should be working now to connect to your shoulders. Turn your palms out, and then you're moving your arms up, keeping them straight and keeping those shoulders down. So we don't want your shoulders to hunch up, so you've got to work through your shoulder blades to get your arms back behind your ears if you can. If I turn around, you'll see how inflexible my shoulders are. So that's quite hard work for me. Don't let your bum stick out. don't let your belly stick out. So think of working hard through your tummy, tilting your pelvis so you keep your back nice and flat, and keep that all the way through. So again, if I show you this from the back, hopefully you should see my shoulder blades working to keep that position. Arms should be as straight as you can get them. Do the same again, but this time clasp the other way. So other little finger underneath, palms out, grip through your shoulders, shoulder blades flat on the back of your chest, and arms up, and work hard. Keep that back flat, don't let your ribs stick out, arms straight, keep those shoulders down. Oh, and keep breathing, all of those things. Okay, and just give your shoulders a bit of a tactical waggle. Okay, so we'll do a bit of a twist now. So with your elephant ears, so arms, elbows back, so again your shoulder blades are working, they should be flat on the back of your chest and squeezing together, and then we're just going to do a little side bend, so we're working on our upper back. My upper back's quite stiff today. It didn't do a lot of moving yesterday, so I'm paying for it today. Just a couple more on each side. Make sure you keep breathing. And you're aiming for your upper back, so you should be working to keep your hips stable. We can take that into a deeper stretch through the whole side of your body. That's not wrong, we're just, that moves through more of the spine, and you're probably going to get more movement through your mid-spine than your upper back, and I was aiming for my upper back. So now we'll go through, we'll aim for the whole of the spine. So you can do this one to start off with arms just down, and I think of starting somewhere by your hip and seeing if you can stretch all the way along the side of your body, and reaching for those knees with that hand. I am not that bendy, so reaching my knees is quite good for me. So go for movement, keeping breadth across your chest, so we don't want this to happen. So we don't want everything to cave in here. We're trying to keep space across your collarbones and your shoulders down. Again, your shoulders onto the back of your chest. So we're trying to keep good posture throughout. So now we'll take it so that we are stretching over as well. You might find that that's a little bit easier to try and access some of that stretch through the side of your body. So really push that arm away. Don't forget to reach down with the other side. Feet stay flat on the floor. Oh, and keep breathing. Don't forget that bit. That bit is quite important. Oh, the lawnmowers. I think it's a strimmer actually. It's just got a bit louder. I'll do one more each side. Okay, and we'll finish with one that I find quite hard, which means I probably should do it more. So this is a stretch through the front of our shoulders and also through our back. So you're aiming for, I'm going to talk you through it and then I'm going to turn around. I don't know how much you can hear me when I turn around. So you're aiming for one hand up your back and then the other one reaches over and your hands clasp. Now you're aiming for this arm here to be, your elbow to be as bent as possible, and that arm to push back so that you're getting some nice movement through your tricep, the back of this arm, but also this arm is bending up through your back. So let me show you, this is my good side. And And when you're in that position, you're working hard now to stretch across the front of the shoulder of the arm that's up the back and stretching through the tricep of the other arm that's up by your ear. Now this is quite a deep stretch in that shoulder joint, so if you are struggling, now I can't reach my hand clasp on the other side, so what you can do is go back to your belt. You actually need a belt rather than a broom handle for this, but you can use this to extend your arms. Let me show you. So this side is not as bendy at all. I can't get that arm high up my back. So if you basically you use your strap so you've got something to pull against, and again I'm working hard with this arm that's up by my ear to stretch through my tricep, and I'm stretching through the front of my shoulder with it, the arm is up my back. Now you're aiming to get your hands as close to each other as possible. My right shoulder is really not flexible. Well, they both had operations, but it works perfectly fine, but it's just really stiff and it won't go any further up my back. So that stretch is really good for me. Hopefully your shoulders feel a little bit more movement and a little bit, I feel like I've got more space in them, certainly. That strimmer's getting louder, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday. I will be back tomorrow. Movement Not Miracles at midday. I'll see you then. Thank you. Bye bye.